I watch you. You're not drunk. Oh, that's real control. Control is power. That's power.
Is that why they fear us?
We have the fucking power to kill, that's why they fear us.
They fear us because we have the power to kill arbitrarily. A man commits a crime, he should know better. We have him killed and we feel pretty good about it. Or we kill him ourselves and we feel even better. That's not power, though. That's justice. It's different than power. Power is when we have every justification to kill. And we don't.
You think that's power?
That's what the Emperor said. A man stole something, he's brought in before the Emperor, he throws himself down on the ground, he begs for mercy. He knows he's going to die. And the Emperor pardons him. This worthless man, he lets him go.
Since this war was won in advance, we will never know what it would have been like had it existed. We will never know what an Iraqi taking part with a chance of fighting would have been like. We will never know what all America taking part with a chance of being beaten would have been like. We have seen what an ultra-modern process of electrocution is like, a process of paralysis or lobotomy of an experimental enemy away from the field of battle, with no possibility of reaction. But this is not a war. Any more than 10,000 tons of bombs per day is sufficient to make it a war. Any more than direct transmission by CNN of real-time information is sufficient to authenticate a war. The real warmongers are those who live on the ideology of the veracity of this war, while the war itself wreaks its havoc at another level by trickery, hyperreality, simulacra, and by the entire mental strategy of deterrence which is played out in the facts and in the images. It is as though the Iraqis were electrocuted, lobotomized, running towards the television journalists in order to surrender, or immobilized beside their tanks, not even demoralized, decerebralized, fake war, deceptive war, not even the illusion, but the disillusion of war, linked not only to the defensive calculation, which translates into the monstrous prophylaxis of this military machine, but also to the mental disillusion of the combatants themselves, and to the global dissolution of everyone else by means of information. The Gulf War is also a place of collapse, a virtual and meticulous operation which leaves the same impression of a non-event, where the military confrontation fell short and where no political power proved itself. The collapse of Iraq and the stupefaction of the Arab world are the consequences of a confrontation which did not take place, and which undoubtedly never could take place. But this non-war in the form of a victory also consecrates the Western political collapse throughout the Middle East, incapable of even eliminating Saddam and of imagining or imposing anything apart from this new desert and police order called world order. A disproportionate terror in complete misrecognition of the difference between symbolic challenge and technical aggression. In the long run, the symbolic challenge is more serious than a victorious aggression. If a simple fatwa, a simple death sentence, can plunge the West into such depression, if the West prefers to believe in this threat, it is because it is paralyzed by its own power, in which it does not believe. Precisely because of its enormity, the Islamic neurosis would be due to the excessive tension created by the disproportion of ends. The disproportion of means from which we suffer creates, by contrast, a serious depression, a neurosis of powerlessness. If the West believed in its power, it would not give a moment's thought to this threat.
This worthless man. He lets him go. That's power, Ammon.